Well, you people will never believe what just happened. The thing was up. I did all 15-minute recording. The thing was up. And I talked about YouTube like I'm talking to the YouTube people saying, what's wrong with your system? And I talked about it like it's a conspiracy that the government, in fact, tells the CEOs to change things so often that it totally messes with people and keeps presidential candidates like me from being able to be heard across the whole country without sounding like an idiot and a madman. Yeah, I'm a madman because this is a psychological game which they control, and they've been doing it for decades. Anyway, so what happens is, yeah, I can't hear it back. When I do preview, I can't hear anything back. But I know it's recording from the voice thing here, but it's the same thing. I did a perfect 15-minute video explaining the whole thing a minute ago, and I shrunk it down to the bar here at the bottom so I could check my email, and the thing stopped loading on its own. It totally disappeared. Now, he said that maybe I clicked, that I got rid of it by accident. The only way you can get rid of the thing at the bottom by accident is if you go enlarge it and then click the X. I never did that. This is a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy by Google. It's a conspiracy by the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, the Council on Foreign Relations, to totally silence people like me. Silence people like me, even though if every citizen in the United States who's also a child killer, along with all the people they vote into office, by the taxes they pay and the wars that the taxes support, every person could check out Bilderberg Group. They're not going to. They want to keep the country dumb. They're actually insulting you as a citizen. And so I did this long, really beautiful videotape talking about every angle and every aspect of what the problems are in this society, and they keep screwing with me. I bet you this video will not finish. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of wondering if I should take my tape recorder out and tape the whole thing while I'm talking, so at least I have a chronological tape, I did this a few times before, of what I said, so it's not gone forever. So that's what they're doing. And the preview thing doesn't work right, and the re-record thing works right. On the other place, let me tell you, they probably have people that hack for the government and screw up with viruses people's computers, especially when I'm on them. Because if they've already hacked a computer, the computer has a problem, and then when I get on that same computer, no matter which cafe shop or whatever I go to, they've already done the damage. They don't have to hire somebody 24 hours a day to watch me. They just do the damage to the computer and make sure that my voice is not heard. Oh yeah, Obama, all these jerks, they all need to be stripped nude along with all the criminals and dropped off on an island in the Pacific. I said that in my last tape. As soon as you drop off the first boatload in the Pacific without killing anybody, I guarantee you this country will sit up and start acting right, and citizens will start doing the right things instead of aiding and abetting evil causes that are disguised as, oh, you're a good citizen and you're doing the right thing and you're turning your neighbor in your neighborhood and you're having people's cars towed away and you're interfering in your they got people at each other's throats so they can be free to continue fabricating and manufacturing the actual template of how to control your lives. And they're going to continue doing that. I called it, in the last video, I called it the trickle-down, not a trickle-down economics, trickle-down control freak actions. And that's what it is. And how it works is, they manage, if they can't buy someone and get them to do what they want them to do, they start screwing with them too. And they get the hackers to put in viruses, and the government has all these hackers that they have caught, and now they work for the government and get all this rich money. You know, everybody's a whore. If you pay them enough money, they'll do exactly what you want them to do. And that's what's going on here. And so my words are not heard. They're totally censored. I said in the last film, if the media, All these rich people, all these rich entities, I call them, who are businesses, corporations, private, especially the media, they control the whole thing. And I can't believe that anybody, when I watch the news, that anyone, when they have huge groups of people sitting there at Obama, what do? Pay them to be there? Can't they see through this guy? That he's just a Bilderberg puppet? Trilateral Commission? International Monetary Fund puppet? See, this is why there will never be any more Martin Luther Kings or Gandhis, because they have control of the computer systems. And the computers, they have control through viruses, they have control through the hackers they hire to screw with every computer they can, especially if somebody like me is on the computer. And why don't they kill me? I know a lot of you are going to think, why don't they kill this guy? Because you see, I mentioned it in one of my videos. It's like every person represents a deck of cards, a huge deck of cards, and it's all DNA shuffling. Each person could be a potential of another Einstein or another really brainy person who knows how to multitask and put together all these covert plans, these black ops plans that actually control people's lives, control whole governments and financial institutions to go only in a direction that they want it to go in. This is what it's all about. And when someone like me, who I'm sure they say, hey, this guy's a maverick, he's a damn loose cannon, he can never be on national TV. Why? Why is that? I'd like to know that. I'd like to know, why is it I can't be known about throughout the whole world? Why is it you interfere with my computer systems? Why is it you cut off half of my, you hacked into my YouTube and you cut off half of my monologues here and there, half of my manifestos of ranting and raving, you just cut them here and there so that people didn't get the whole message. You know, people have a subconscious mind. They know how to ignore the rants and ravings of HRM Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, who claims to be the emperor of the United States of Turtle Island, which became Turtle Island when I overthrew symbolically the United States of America. That's a long story. I'm not going to go into it right now. But their subconscious minds are capable of hearing the truth. Once you hear the truth, then you become a Ta person, T-A, Ta, true awareness. Remember those words, true awareness. And remember these words: liability and kinetic energy, and the kinetic energy of labor that you've worked on for years and years, which is interfered with by the color of law, by authority figures who are working, and their strings are being pulled as well. It's one person pulling the strings, and then a bigger person pulling the next strings, and a bigger person pulling the next strings, and it just goes on and on and on. And you people are so stupid. You keep going to this two-party system. You need to get rid of them. They're bought and paid for. They don't have, there isn't one bit of true awareness, common sense in any of these political heads that should be rolling off a guillotine. Okay? And this is what they do. So you tell me, why did my whole video 15 minutes ago disappear when I know I didn't touch that bar? Why does it, when I go to the other place, do I freeze? And you can hear me recording still, but the picture freezes. It's all done by the government. It doesn't matter whether the computer's on the blink or not. How did the computer get on the blink? Hacker. Hacker working for the government who's been paid off like a whore, who any price will do, so long as they get their money and their life is safe and secure. Even though the lives of other people like me are destroyed and totally disfigured over and over again. They knock us off the ladder of success. We have to go to the end of the line to start all over again. I have a feeling that this video will be screwed with too. And even if it isn't, see, they're antagonizing me. This whole thing is to antagonize people. I mentioned this in the last tape. Craigslist. This is how people pick up this kind of stuff, and then they start using these tactics. They're all tactics. On Craigslist, you want to sell a car for, let's say, car parts for $1,000. So you get one person who has a whole bunch of emails, and they send a whole bunch of emails to that person trying to sell that $1,000 worth of car parts. And they say, do you still have the car for sale? You didn't say that in the ad. Do you still have the thing or this or that for sale? They try to say all these different things to really antagonize you so much that you'll finally just say, hey, here's my PayPal account. Give me $100 and I'll ship it to you. I just want to be done with it. See, they antagonize you. So all these people are playing games. It's like a how would you call it? It's an epidemic. A copycat epidemic of the little people being so desperate for money and wanting to get something for nothing that they're willing to antagonize people just to oh, look what I got for $100. Wow, I can make $2,000 off all of this. And then they go on Craigslist and someone else antagonizes them. But see, they can recognize the antagonizers because they know to just erase them and pay no attention to them because they know it's the same person because they're using the same tactics. But see, once you use this tactics, other people start knowing about it, and then they just stop using Craigslist altogether. One girl gets killed on Craigslist, and now you have to have a mobile phone, telephone number to place your ads on Craigslist, and then have to deal with the problems with YouTube changing their circuits all the time. This is all a conspiracy by Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission at the highest levels. The Blue Gene computer at the NSA. They know all this. They can just just type in what they need to. They frickin' type in and they do whatever they want. And they will ruin people's lives. And actually aid and abet the retarded, totally backwards, retarded action and capability of a country to better itself. And this is how far it's gotten. And until you people are able to really listen to me non-stop and hear that I'm one of the only ones that carry the truth right now before I die from my dental sepsis, because I'm dying on YouTube as you're watching me because I'm not a violent person. These people did so much to me, took my cars, my boats, my motorhomes. You've heard the story. There's 150 videos there for you to look at. I repeated it over and over again, what they did to me. And nobody can make it right ever again. So I have no reason to keep living. And actually, the government at the highest levels are going to go, well, we'll get what we can off of him before he dies. Any great idea he comes over. Like my oil tanker idea. That would have kept oil spills from happening for the last 30, 40 years. But the oil companies wanted to keep spilling that oil in our precious oceans and destroying a lot of sea life, marine life. No, it just doesn't do any good talking. I don't get enough views. You people out there on YouTube want to watch sex videos more than you want to watch. I don't have very many views. I think I've had, in the last 3 years, I've had a little over 6,000 people look at my videos. Whoop-de-doo. What good does it do looking at the video if it can't spark a revolution? If it can't actually cause a chain reaction revolution of a boycott, a chain reactive boycott that everybody will do. Not just for me, but for you. The poor, the homeless, the people who are sitting there trying to struggle to get an even break, and you can't get it. Oh, you got that evil White House. I can't post my videos on the White House thing. We should all be able to post our videos on the White House so people can see other points of view. What is the White House so scared of? And the media is the same way too. They won't let me post my videos on their website, on their so-called channel. CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, they're all jerks. Don't you understand what's going on here? We're being censored. We're being blacklisted. We can't really get our word across. So what's the only thing left? Oh, well, okay, we just won't fight it anymore. We'll just try and make as much money as we can and antagonize people to try to get money out of them. Well, you can't take money to your grave after you're dead. What good is it? The one with the most toys wins? Whoop-de-doo. That's not what it's about. But you people don't care. You don't care how many people's lives you destroy, how many people you've aided and abetted. You pay taxes. 7% of your taxes go to the military-industrial complex. And now I only have 5 minutes left, so I have no idea whether I'm going to be able to finish this this thing or not, because I don't know how long it's going to take to load.